Just a quick update on the Canon EOS R1, and it's actually not very good news at all. I got this information from Canon Rumors, so if you are interested in seeing their website and this article, I'll leave their website and link in the description below if you want to go check them out. So the actual article here on Canon Rumors, the latest one on June 27th, so I'm actually a day late recording this. It's actually probably going to be 2 days late by the time I actually get this out, but it says the Canon EOS R1 may not come until the second half of 2023. So on my actual other Canon EOS R1 rumour specs sheet, the actual rumour was it was going to be announced later this year with a potential release date of either later this year or early next year. But now this is saying an announcement. It says may not come until, but I think the announcement will be definitely next year by the look at this. However, on Canon Rumors, it's a CR2. Now, if you don't know the CR rating system, as we will just quickly go on here now, a CR2 is good information from a known source. A CR3 is a fact. It's not quite a CR3. A CR1 is a plausible information from an unconfirmed source, but this is good information from a known source. So it's very highly likely that this is actually true, because the source that I've actually told Canon Rumors is probably very reliable and it's good information. So the fact that it's a the fact that it's a CR2 probably is very close to being confirmed to be very true. So unfortunately, they might not even announce it by next year, so we still might have to wait a whole year to actually see Canon's flagship mirrorless camera. Even the Sony A1's been out for like, I think over a year and a half now. So by the time this comes out, it might even be 3 years since the Sony A1. There might be a Sony A2 coming out before this, you never know. A bit of a bummer if you actually go down. It says, we have been told not to expect the Canon EOS R1 anytime soon, as a retailer was told not to expect it until the second half of 2023. Now this retailer, obviously by going on the CR2 checklist system, is probably a very known, reliable source. And then it says, with Canon and other manufacturers still suffering from inventory shortages, this shouldn't come as very much surprise. We also believe Canon wants to round out the lens lineup further before the Canon EOS R1. And then it also says the Canon EOS R1 will probably be the camera body that moves the EOS 1DX series professionals to full-time mirrorless cameras. Some will already been moved to the Canon EOS R3, but obviously that's been very difficult to acquire. So a lot of news agencies hasn't purchased the mirrorless camera yet. So a lot of the top professional, like sports shooters or proper professionals, are still hanging on to their 1DX Mark IIIs because that's just the best camera Canon have to offer for what their needs. So because Canon still haven't got their flagship mirrorless camera out yet, there's still a lot of people over in the DSLR world. So with this might not be coming out for another year, obviously without people actually acquiring it, this isn't announcing and releasing. There's going to be a lot of Canon users still using DSLRs. It says here it makes probably better financial sense to address the EOS RP and EOS R replacements first, because these are the more budget full frame cameras that Canon offer. And I would say, even though I've got the Canon EOS R, I would say it's a lot outdated now compared to a lot of the new cameras. It has 120 frames per second, but in 720p, 4K is cropped, so it's very outdated for a video camera anyway. And then it also says it's rounding out the L and non-L lens lineup. So basically, what they're saying is, even though it's going to be a year for them to come out, if Canon decided to release the EOS R1 this year, even though it's the flagship camera and trying to attract people from the DSLR world, they still might not come over because the lens lineup isn't finished. There still might be there's still a lot of lenses that actually they need to make and release that are already on obviously the EF mount version for the DSLRs. So that's the end of the article anyway. It was a very quick update. It's basically saying that even though there was a rumour that it might come out or announced this year, it's probably now, from a CR2, more likely to be announced and released next year, maybe even released in 2024, who knows. So yeah, a bit of a bummer, which is unfortunate, but anyway, if you did find this information and this video helpful and you liked it, why not hit that like button and subscribe to see more videos like this in the future. News videos, gear reviews, all of that stuff that you can be found on this channel, so why not hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. See you later.